From Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
Truly are sorry. I know I can speak for myself. I forgive you.
An emotional stand of forgiveness today from the brother of the Harding University graduate who was shot and killed by former Dallas police officer Geiger in his own apartment. Good evening. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Kevin Kelly.
I'm Donna Terrell. Just hours ago, Geiger was sentenced to 10 years in prison. The sentencing coming a day after she was found guilty of murdering Botham Jean in his apartment last year. Geiger initially faced life in prison.
After she was sentenced, Jean's brother, Brent, told Geiger that he forgave her and then hugged her for about 30 seconds. Geiger will begin serving her sentence immediately.
Assess the defendant's punishment at 10 years imprisonment in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. In addition, we assess a fine of $0, and it's signed by the presiding juror.
Moments after Botham's brother hugged Geiger, the judge actually came over and spoke with her privately and appeared to give her a Bible.
Well, several protesting outside the courthouse after the sentence was given and throughout the evening. Earlier, people gathered for a prayer service at Dallas West Church of Christ. John's family was in attendance there. Before that service, John's mother spoke about Geiger's sentencing.
We saw the conviction of Geiger, and today we heard the sentence of 10 years in prison. That 10 years in prison is 10 years for her reflection and for her to change her life. But there is much more to be done by the city of Dallas.
Allison Jean placed much of the blame for her son's death on the city of Dallas and its police department.
New at 9, record heat in central Arkansas. Temps in Little Rock reached 95 degrees. Now, to put this in perspective, the last time we saw heat like this in October was way back in 1953. But even then, it reached just 92 degrees. Most Arkansans still trying to beat what feels like summer, even though it's fall.
Well, we live in Stuttgart a whole hour away, so there's really nothing to do when it's hot. When we came over here, he knows, you know, because we came here all summer, practically every Sunday, and he knows. So then when he got here, he was like, "What? What happened to the water?"
We do have sometimes that the summer does get extended. Not so much like this one. This one's been a little bit warmer than most.
I work in Houston most of the time, and it's real hot down there. Well, I wasn't expecting to come home to this heat, that's for sure.
But there is some good news on the horizon that may cause a huge sigh of relief throughout the natural state. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin joining us now with the news we've all been waiting to hear. Tell us all about it, Jeff.
Believe it or not, we actually do have some cooler air that's on the way, but you're going to have to be patient. If you really want a good fall feel to the air, you want that cool crispness, it's not going to happen this week. You're going to have to wait until next week. We're talking about low temperatures well down the 50s, possibly even some 40s. A long way from the 90s that we had across the state today. 95, that record high on the day in Little Rock, breaking that daily record of 92 set back in 53. 96 in Hot Springs. By the way, North Little Rock, you broke the record high of 90. It was 94 there today. Look at Camden. Almost 100 degrees here in early October. Temperatures right now across the state from the mid-70s to around 80 degrees. Yeah, it's still rather warm and muggy. 80 around Hot Springs and Little Rock. Mainly clear skies across Arkansas as well as most of the southeast, thanks to a big dome of high pressure keeping things hot and dry. But here's a cold front with some showers and a few thunderstorms over the plains. That front is slowly going to start to move towards the southeast as that ridge of high pressure starts breaking down tomorrow. Mainly clear to start off the day, but as we go into tomorrow, we'll see a bit more in the way of some cloud cover than what we saw around today. Not a whole lot of rain, but a couple of pop-up showers, certainly not out of the question with daytime heating with that front moving on in. But don't expect any big cool down for tomorrow. Temperatures still going to get in the 90s, especially central and southern Arkansas. A little bit cooler north. and then we cool down a little bit closer to average for Friday. But again, we're going to have to wait till next week for that bigger cool down to arrive. Starting off near 70 for tomorrow morning, pushing 90 by lunchtime, low 90s, and putting in a couple of spotty showers in the forecast for the afternoon. We'll talk more about that cool down coming for next week in your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Renters at the Big Country Chateau apartments in Little Rock will have to spend another night without gas at the complex.
I don't want to hate on anybody or condemn them, but it just seems like something could be done. You know, communication is key. Just let us know what's up.
Some say they have been without a hot shower and a home-cooked meal for 2 weeks. Tenants say management won't answer their phone calls or address other issues at the apartment. They've once again reached out to Fox 16's Rochelle Turner for help. Rochelle, what have you been able to find out, and when will the gas be back on?
Well, Donna, Kevin, good evening to you. The city of Little Rock and its planning and development department are stepping in. This is our second time at the Big Country Chateau apartments. Last night we were out here when fire crews were on scene because of a gas leak. And earlier in the day we spoke to residents who've been living without gas for 2 weeks. Now, city officials tell me the apartment manager has to bring the gas lines up to code and pass an inspection with the city before the gas can be turned back on. And as long as many residents have been waiting, many people say they don't see it happening anytime soon.
Week after week after week. They even threw a barbecue for us to kind of appease the situation.
People at the Big Country Chateau apartments are tired of broken promises.
It's already been 17, 18 days.
Another day of no gas at the complex on Colonel Glenn Road in Little Rock.
Cold showers are getting really bad. And winter's coming on.
The problem, taking a toll on families.
I only have hot plates to sit here and warm up water, try to at least fix some type of meal for my baby.
24 hours ago, fire crews rushed to the complex after someone turned the gas on without passing an inspection. 2 units had a natural gas leak, and Nicole Vance called 911.
But I kept sitting here and hearing the gas, kept smelling the gas.
The smelly problem prompted officials to shut the gas off at the entire complex.
And are we going to continue to pay rent for something that's not up to standards?
We spotted workers in some units on Wednesday, but people say it's nothing new.
They did a gas test on my building alone. About half of it passed, half of it failed. It's kind of scary.
A frustrating situation.
Are the fire trucks and police going to be out here again tonight?
Renters will continue to be without gas until repairs are made and the city inspects the complex.
By the time that's done, the city comes out, you're probably another month.
Now, since we've been covering this story on Tuesday, I've tried to reach out to the front office. My phone calls have not been returned, but on top of not having gas at the entire complex tonight, many renters tell me they're also dealing with mold, bed bugs, and leaky pipes. Now, tomorrow, the Arkansas Renters United and tenants are going to be out here protesting at 3 o'clock. We've seen and heard it all before. Arkansas has some of the worst laws when it comes to renters and property managers. For now, reporting live in Little Rock, I'm Rochelle Turner, Fox 16 News.
And we certainly have covered a lot of stories with renters and problems that they've faced. Did you talk to the city? Are they able to give you a timeline or an explanation or something? Obviously, there's a gas leak. That's why people are smelling the gas. But I mean, this is what they all want to know. When are they going to fix the problem and get the gas turned back on?
And Donna, that was the same very question I asked the Planning and Development Department today, and they said it's up to the property managers. They're going to have to get their contractors out here, get everything back up to code, and then they're going to have to come out here and inspect it. So it could be another day, it could be another 2 weeks, it could be another month. We're not exactly sure, but many people say they're just frustrated, they're tired. They told me that they're already looking for other places to live, and they really want to break their leases, but it's just hard because they're already trying to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm. You can understand why they would feel that way. All right, Rochelle, stay on it. Thank you.
A Fox 16 News updates. Calvin Adams, the inmate reported missing on Monday from the East Arkansas Regional Unit. has a new home this evening. Tonight, he's behind bars at the Varner Supermax prison. Adams was being held in a medium security wing of the East Arkansas Regional Prison when he went missing after a mandatory head count. He didn't get far. He was found the next day, hiding in an air vent on the facility's roof.
A Pulaski County Sheriff's deputy lost his job after a scuffle with a Sherwood police officer was captured on camera. Body cam footage shows officers arriving to Bobby Ward's home this summer for a noise complaint. Things escalated quickly after Ward can be heard calling the officers rookies and using curse words. As officers try arresting Ward, he ends up on the ground with severe injuries, covered in blood. He later told investigators he suffered a concussion.
Baby.
I'm not trying to be but these stupid live behind
We're not gonna use foul language, all right?
Baby.
in my yard. Yes, I will, sir. I want to tell your sergeant to go code 3.
Okay.
Robert.
Yes.
All right, man. Come on.
Robert, stop.
I already gave you the warning.
Sarah, what's those
Let's go to jail.
name behind
Come on,
us? That
Jane,
are the
behind back.
jerks.
No.
No, you're
Hey,
not.
get back.
Ma'am. No, you're not going to arrest him.
Documents we obtained show Ward was fired in August for violating conduct. He was also cited for public intoxication, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. Everyone involved in that declined comment.
Officials say at least 7 people were killed today after a vintage plane crashed at a Connecticut airport this morning. The World War II Boeing B-17 had 13 people on board, 3 crew members and 10 passengers. The Federal Aviation Administration saying the plane was attempting to land before crashing at the end of the runway. The plane also slamming into a maintenance facility.
There is a story unfolding about a very courageous individual that went towards the plane and assisted folks in getting out. There's also some stories that will unfold later on about folks that were on that plane that were able to open a hatch and assist others in leaving.
Only 18 B-17s are registered to fly in the United States. The plane that crashed was one of them.
We recently told you a story about a Hot Springs prison employee who was nearly killed in an ATV accident. Jeremiah Hardwell was in a coma and lost his memory over the summer. But after a lot of hard work, he has been cleared to go back to work. He told Fox 16 he's very happy and he prayed the doctor would allow him to work again.
That's some good news there. Little Rock police jump-started their morning with a cup of joe. This was the scene at the McDonald's on 6th and Broadway as officers participated in National Coffee with a Cop Day. The observance encourages communities to better connect with those who patrol the streets and keep us all safe.
And see what's going on, you know, let people know that we're normal, that we care about what's going on, that we want to hear what's going on. That's what makes us better and makes the community better.
Well, having a cup of coffee, or in this case, a McCafe, is nothing new for LRPD, but this is a national event that started way back in 2016. The department plans on holding more of these events in the coming months.
Yeah, and McDonald's is a great place to be to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
An Alabama father under the radar in connection to his infant's death, cleared of suspicion for now. What led authorities to determine there was no criminal intent in the death of his 11-month-old left in a hot car. Plus this.
Then to come through it, you know, it just makes you appreciate things a lot more.
An Arkansas man shares his journey of fighting and prevailing against breast cancer.
Well, time for us to take a bit of a break, but you know we're going to come back. Aren't we going to come back? You think we should come back?
Definitely coming back.
We're coming back. Stay with us.
You're watching Fox 16 News at 9 with Donna Terrell, Kevin Kelly, sports with Wes Moore, and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin. This is Fox 16 News at 9.
Natural State Funeral Service provides Arkansas families affordable funeral services for their loved ones. Our traditional funeral service with a casket starts at $29.95. We also offer on-site cremation for $6.95.
A Natural State Funeral Service serves Arkansas families with dignity and respect.
Remember that time we wanted a classic burger, but we also wanted a spicy chicken sandwich? I remember that. 2 sandwiches for $3.50? You're a cheap date. Is this a date? I think this is a date. Get 2 sandwiches all to yourself, plus fries and a drink for $3.50. Rallies and Checkers. Best foodies know the deal.
cars and trucks. It can be a jungle out there when you're looking for a new ride, but let me tell you a place you'll go ape for. Cut through the jungle to Lloyd's Auto Sales, voted best used car dealer in Hot Springs again with in-house financing. And you can pre-apply online at LloydsAutosales.com. So swing on over.
The new Saracen Casino Annex is now open. 300 of the latest slot machines, lounge, and bar. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let the legacy begin.
When you're looking for your new home, do you get confused? Do they all look alike?
At Hawks Homes, we have unforgettable homes. Our homes are designed and built like no other. You won't see our homes anywhere else.
Premium materials, award-winning designs, we make your home ideas a reality.
So visit Hawks Homes today. Let us show you the Hawks way. Family-owned, family values.
We're Arkansas's #1 dealer, Conway
and Little Rock.
Hawks Mobile Homes. We're home sweet home.
Hey y'all, I'm Kristen at Warehouse Furniture and Warehouse Guns and Ammo in BB. 40,000 square feet of furniture plus guns and ammo for the guys. Recliners from Lazy Boy, Lane, Ashley, and Catnapper as low as $259. Gel mattresses, latex mattresses, hybrid and memory foam, all at warehouse prices. Reclining sofas, lift chairs, leather sofas, bedroom suites with mattresses, $9.99. Always name brands, all at warehouse prices. Warehouse Furniture and Warehouse Guns and Ammo, exit 28 in BB.
Rallies and Checkers has a new $4 Pick 2 meal deal. Pick 2 from the classic burger, spicy chicken sandwich, all-American cheeseburger, or chicken bites. Plus, get fries and a drink, all for $4. The brand new $4 Pick 2 meal deal, only at Rallies and Checkers.
Fox 16 News is sponsored by Baptist Health Orthopedic Center. Now, weather to plan your day with Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin.
Well, today, not only a record high in Little Rock, this was actually one of the hottest October days on record. We've had only 5 days in October where it's been hotter than this one. The hottest was actually not that long ago. You go back to 2015, and this was October 15th. This wasn't the beginning of October. This was the middle of October. We smashed the all-time record high, hit 98 degrees in the middle of October, but certainly pretty rare to get above the 95-degree mark in October in Little Rock. Now, today, yeah, we broke that record of 92 set back in 1953 with 95 degrees. Tomorrow the record is 96, so it's going to be harder to hit that record. And with a few clouds associated with the cold front and even a couple of spotty showers, that may keep temperatures down a couple degrees. So I'm thinking the record of 96 is probably safe. That front moves on through, brings in some cooler air, but that only gets us down to about average for this time of year. The normal high on Friday, 79, and we'll be right around 80 degrees. Then we're back up into the mid-80s on Saturday. Not necessarily 90s, but still pretty warm as we head into the weekend. But as you'll see in our 7-day forecast in just a minute, we do actually have some real fall-like temperatures coming your way. We just have to be a little patient. Satellite and radar showing mainly clear skies, big dome of high pressure. You see the circulation around that big area of high pressure that's sitting almost right over Kentucky and Tennessee. And along the edge of that big area of high pressure, we have a cold front that's draped over the plains with some showers and a few thunderstorms. Behind that front, there's the cool air. Not just cooler, but downright chilly with temperatures in the 30s and 40s for high temperatures across parts of the northwest and northern plain states. But on the warm side of the front, underneath that dome of high pressure, temperatures in the 90s, not just around 90 degrees, but upper 90s to around 100 degrees, 99 in Nashville, 99 in Montgomery. You see that 103 in Birmingham, but I actually checked on that. That reading is a little bit questionable whether or not it was really that hot, but even if it wasn't 103, it was still 99 or 100. 99 in Jackson and mid-90s across much of Arkansas today. Right now, cooled off into the low 70s north, but still in the low 80s across central Arkansas, 81 Jacksonville, 80 in Stuttgart, as well as Hot Springs, and upper 70s to around 80 degrees north. Right now, mainly clear skies, and our Crane current conditions camera, still 80 degrees. You factor in the humidity, it's a little muggy out there. Still feels like 83, not exactly a fall feeling evening out there. And not a whole lot of wind. So if you didn't know what time of year it was just by stepping outside, you might think it's still August. Yeah, it's October. Doesn't feel like we've ever really cooled down coming off of the summer. Well, we really haven't, but we do have that cooler air coming our way. A first cold front isn't going to be all that strong, though. A couple of spotty showers during the day on Thursday, and then some of that cooler air comes on in for Friday, but highs still in the 70s and 80s. And as we go into Saturday, we warm back up ahead of another approaching front, a little bit of a stronger front that's going to bring a few showers, possibly a thunderstorm on Sunday, and then some of that fall feeling air. Temperatures tomorrow, though, starting off near 70 degrees, warming up quickly into the upper 80s, near 90 degrees around lunchtime. A couple of spotty showers out there. No real major rains tomorrow. We could actually use some rain because it's actually been pretty dry, especially across central and south Arkansas over the last, say, 6 to 8 weeks. High temperatures, not as hot as today, but still hot for this time of year, in the low 90s, and back down to the mid to upper 70s for the evening hours. A couple of showers mainly south. So here's that 7-day forecast. If you're wondering, okay, well, when is that fall feel really going to get here? Not tomorrow. Friday, 80 for the high. Low temperatures down into the 60s. Could be some 50s north, but that's still barely even average for this time of year. Some showers around on Sunday, possibly a thunderstorm as that front moves on through. And then check this out as we go into early next week. The highs in the 70s, but look at those lows down into the upper 50s. Yeah, we could even be down into the 40s across parts of Arkansas by the time we get to Tuesday morning. So believe it or not, there's a time when you may actually be able to turn your air conditioners off. I know that's a novel idea in October, but it's possible.
That will be nice.
You buying this?
I believe it. It has to happen at some point. Law of averages. Right? It's going to cool off.
All right, Jeff, thanks. From the doctor's office to the prison cell. A Virginia doctor now spending time behind bars for illegally prescribing opioids. How much time he will serve, and the shocking way officials say he ran his medical practice.
And